Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Full Spectrum. Some of you guys have asked me why I pick the travel suitcase that I pick. We're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about carry-on right here on Full Spectrum. So why do I pick the suitcase I did? The reason I picked the suitcase I did was because of the fact that I wanted something that was very easy to get around the airport, traveled really well, fit up in the overhead compartment, and ultimately was carry-on. Let me show you why I like the suitcase I particularly chose for myself. I use the Travel Pro suitcase. I really enjoy it. It's been proven to be a really excellent choice for me. Let's go over some things that I think will help you in your next carry-on bag. First off, I like a spinner bag or a quad wheel designed bag. The reason I like them is because when you're standing in line, they stand up. And so it's not like the typical two-wheeled bag where you tilt it and you'd have to, tilt it, move through the line, and then tilt it back down. That to me, it saves some time. It doesn't make it as difficult to get around through the airport because it's always standing just like this. And so when you're in the line, you just kind of can move it and it keeps up with you. It's really nice. It's a good experience. So for me, I go with the quad wheel design. That being said, what I look for in quad wheels, I look for the quad wheel designs that have two wheels on each caster, just like this one does. I find that they're more stable that way, and I find that they don't get caught on the bumps as you're going through the airport terminals. They just don't get caught on floor transitions, or they don't get caught on carpet or tile. It performs really well when you're trying to get through an airport. The other thing that I look for is I look for what kind of handles the bag has. And you'll notice that this one has some really nice handles and some nice features to it. The first thing that you'll notice is on the bottom here, there's a handle grab for you to be able to actually lift this bag just like this. It enables you to just kind of very easily lift the bag. So having a handle on the bottom of the bag is helpful. Also having a handle on the top side of the bag. Again, just making it user-friendly, right? The other thing that you'll want to make a note of is what kind of a handle extension there is. So in other words, how do you move the bag through the airport? You'll want to make sure that that is rigid. This one from Travel Pro is a very rigid handle, and it gives you several height adjustments and height levels to be at, which is very helpful. It also doesn't flex as much. It's a really well-designed bag. The next thing you look for in a bag is the way that it loads. See if it makes sense to you and if it's gonna fit your needs. The thing that I looked for, there's two styles of bags that I have found. One where it splits in half and you have two halves that fold out on your surface that you're wanting to load up your suitcase with. I don't like that style. The style that I like is where it's simply just one open compartment. And the one open compartment, when you open it up, it's just one big opening. The reason why I think that's helpful and handy is because it makes it easier to work with those Eagle Creek packing cubes, and makes it easier for you to put everything in and then use the internal compression straps to hold everything down. I find that it also actually gives me more space over the half suitcase style where you have half on one side and half on the other side. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you go shopping. The other thing that I think is something that you should talk about, or something that we should discuss, is an easy access for your toiletry bag. That's something that you should look at. A lot of those half-style suitcase have one zipper around the outside of them, which is really nice once you have it all together. But if you're trying to go through airport security, you're gonna have to open up the bag the whole way so that you can pull your toiletry bags out. I think what's really nice about this suitcase is the ability to have a second pouch. And that's what's here. This truthfully, when I bought it, was meant for a laptop. I actually ended up modifying it myself, and I cut out the laptop sleeve, or the cushion for the laptop. That way I could slide my toiletries in it. And you might have to modify it yourself. Whichever suitcase you purchase, you may have to make similar adjustments so it fits your needs. But I mention it so that way you can be thinking about it when you're looking for your next suitcase. But you'll see here, what makes it really convenient is this pouch that opens up, and I just put the toiletry bag right in here. It makes it really nice. Some other small pouches for a few trinkets, like if you wanted to keep your headphones in here, or maybe your boarding documents in here, it could be very helpful. This is kind of just a very basic suitcase. It's been a really good one for me. I personally really like it and I recommend it. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Travel Pro still makes this suitcase or not, but I'll do my research and I'll see what they have available that fits the requirements of that 22 by 14 by 9, and I'll post it in the comments down below for you. Traveling can be daunting, there's no doubt about that. I hope this video helped kind of debunk some of the myths and some things that you should look for when looking for your next suitcase. I'm Andrew. Thanks for joining us right here on Full Spectrum. We'll catch you next time.